I rolled one on Tinker for Computers. Yeah,
Yep.
1, 2, Polizei.
apparently. Sorry about the interruption.
It's my
My computer decided to explode a little bit, and I don't mean explode like literally, but I got weird artifacting all over my monitors, and then it just shut down. Yeah,
Well,
yeah, it's very strange, very strange. I'm just waiting for confirmation that we're like
yeah.
live.
I'm
Okay,
looking at
we're
the.
back. We're back.
Okay, cool.
Cool. So,
Probably pick up where we left off then.
yeah, let's just kick on.
Okay, so yeah, Thorn was attuning, and she was surprised to see the extent to which the nobility are kind of like, you know, shallowly involved in the occult, which is a like totally illegal thing for them to be doing. But I'm sure this is news to Thorn because she doesn't spend a lot of time hobnobbing with the nobility.
No.
Um, and so it's like most people here have signs that they have like dabbled in occult stuff or have like spirit being charms secretly on their person and that kind of thing.
Okay. Cool. And it was a 5, so I'm assuming something bad also.
Uh yeah, one person in particular stands out to you. Whom you have met before.
Oh, good.
Um
It's vague.
Quellen is here at the party.
Oh, Quellen's here?
Mhm.
Fuck!
Quellen is a she her pronoun person,
Yes.
right?
Yes, she is.
Okay.
I forget who Quallen is.
She is a witch.
The witch.
Oh, wonderful.
She is
And
the negative contact for me.
Burn her.
she's here on the arm of some Akarosi noblewoman. Um, and the two of them are like chatting up some other like couple that's here.
I try very hard to duck Quellen.
And yeah, the reason you notice her is that you like are scanning the crowd, and then you look at her, and she has this like pendant, and she's wearing some like super like cleavagey gown, and then the pendant is sitting right there as a bit of like a fascinator, but it has the mark of Satara like glowing in it through the ghost field.
Oh.
Um, and yeah, and she has this person on her arm who like in your like ghosty vision looks all like drained and sad, but is like outwardly to the mundane world being very bright and bubbly and sociable.
Okay. Alright, so on the ghost level, they're drained.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it has like a glowy Satara thing?
Yeah.
But Quellen is not someone that I get along with very well.
Mom loves her more.
No, when was the last time you saw Quellen?
The last time I saw Quellen was some time ago, probably a couple of years. We ran into a problem where both of us wanted the same thing, basically. But unlike Thorn, I always imagine that Quellen is sort of like adeptly using Satara for things, whereas Thorn is like absorbed by Satara. So it's the opposition of like fanatic and wizard almost, like
Yep, totally. Like Quellen would want to bind Satara, whereas Thorn is all about supplicating.
exactly, yeah.
Yeah, cool. So what are you gonna do to not get noticed by Quellen? And like you can resist this consequence if you want.
No.
By the way,
I don't want to resist this consequence. Screw that. This is a great
just
consequence. I love
just
this.
reminding you you're up.
Reminder that harm is not the only thing you can resist. Yeah. Um. No, you know what? I'm not even gonna try and not get noticed by her. If she sees me, then fine. Um. And I'm going to go. Has songs like gone right? Like down a hallway somewhere to like sneak her. God damn it.
Yeah.
Hey, we have a mission.
I know, and I'm trying to like circle back around to it, but I'm just getting sidetracked.
Oh, it's fine. Yeah, but yeah, I'm not here. So
I don't know. I guess what I do is I go back to my Leviathan Hunter, new Leviathan Hunter friend, slash assaulter of my deity.
Oh, well, I mean, Quellen is part of the crowd that's gathered around him now, obviously.
Oh, okay. I give her a pointed look as I approach that is like, don't fucking blow this. You know, like it's one
And
of
then
those.
just like put your arm back around Lucius's arm.
Yeah,
You, like,
yeah,
re-insinuate
exactly.
yourself.
And just schmooze a little more if I can.
Yeah, and he like looks back at you, and it's almost like he's surprised that you came back. But then he like smiles and like gives your arm a little squeeze and like leans on you because he's clearly like getting tired from standing on his.
Also, his
bad
leg is some kind of a culty, so I'm like,
Yeah, it's like a, it's not like a wizard made it, but it's like a Sparkcraft thing. It's on the like science end of things
Yeah,
that
I know.
inform ghosty stuff.
I know. Cool. So, unless there's like Quellen stuff to happen right there, I think probably one of the others.
Well,
Maybe.
I mean, I added a pip to your cover.
what's Ivan been doing?
Saw
Yeah,
you.
what has Ivan been doing in this?
Yeah, let's get
in
back
the,
to Ivan and
in
his
the crates.
pile of money and blackmail material.
Okay, so, I mean, first off, I gotta make copies of this. This is too good to just let go.
So you want to like bust out your notebook and just try to like record everything?
Yeah, that's what he's gonna do. But I'm
Tinker-
going
Tinker
to.
Xerox machine.
It's not even a tinker. I'm going to use an item slot to do this.
Yeah, because like you're literate and can
Yeah.
write, so
Like he's a university student. Like, of course, he knows how to read and write and record things. So I'm going to use documents to create these forged documents, or not even forged, but these
like
written
copy
down.
document. Yeah.
And like turns to Milos and goes, "We could use these later, yeah."
Milos is like, oh, I know exactly what to do with those.
Okay, but I think you should only take one or two of the silver bars. But we should leave maybe the rest?
And he looks like back at this, and like I said, it's like Christmas Day.
Yeah.
There's, like all of these little crates open. They're like these bread box sized shipping like crates, of like slats of wood around lock boxes that then are just completely full of silver bars the silver bars are like,
Yeah.
He just looks back and like, it's like, but there are hundreds here.
I mean, yes, but I'm also scared of the guy that we have to tell this to.
No, you too small-minded. Look at all this money. With this money, you buy people you need. They keep you safe.
Also true. So explain this one to me. What is this? What are we doing right now? It's not. I don't feel like we are bargaining here.
He's like, no, we're not. And he has the crowbar in his hand, and he's just like tapping it in his hand, like, you want to talk back to me? And beat the shit out of you. There's like a clear message of intent there. And the other rooks are all like sidling up, like starting to like argue over what to do with the stuff as well.
Milos, employee of the year.
The headache of the year.
Mustache of the year, too.
Yeah. And like, again, yeah, he has this habit of like pulling on his mustache when he's thinking, and you see him like,
Yeah. I mean, yeah. You know what? You do you. But I am more terrified of Rubik's and the Hive than I am of this situation. So I'm just going to leave and pretend I had nothing to do with it. and he walks away.
Yeah, and Milosh is like, yes, that's best. Rubik's would want us to take this, I'm sure.
So we're gonna have to do a flashback at some point.
Mhm.
Not this session, but maybe next one. All right.
All right, so you're just gonna
So he's
let me
gonna.
just be clear about what's happening here. Ivan is leaving Milosh and Milosh the Rake and the other rooks in possession of like
10 coin
10
worth
plus
of.
coin and a bunch of blackmail material, all original documents, which you have copies of, to be fair, but all of the original documents allowing them to blackmail the entire Kincaid family, basically,
Yep.
because this threatens their entire whole, like everything will just get fucked if this gets out.
Yeah.
But also maybe whoever this Lord S is or Mr. S or whatever, like if they can find out who that is, they can extort the shit out of that person as well. You're leaving them with all of this stuff unattended with a getaway vehicle in the same room. I'm just saying all of
Ivan.
this to be clear
Okay.
about what's happening. I'm just establishing what
Fine.
the original state is. And as a
Now that
reminder,
you've pointed all of this out,
as a
I
reminder,
guess.
the rooks are independent, which might work against you in this case, though they are loyal and they are principled and they are vicious.
Yes. Okay. You know what I'm going to do instead?
With blackmail in the Kinklace,
So-
they would dig in like so hard.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
where the vicious quality is definitely.
But
gonna
at
come.
least
I think
they'll
it-
still work for us because
It
they're loyal.
synergizes with independent in that they're gonna go fucking do it.
Yeah.
Loyal, so
Um,
you'll get it. You'll get your fair share and more of their proceedings of this. But it's so it's a mess. It's just a mess.
We're
But what
basically
is that?
dropping a rock in the pond, like a big rock.
Okay. I'm going to do something incredibly stupid.
Okay.
This is even dumber than walking away. So I am going to take my blow dart as I'm walking away. I am going to load it with binding oil as one of my bandolier of alchemical substances.
Uh-huh.
And I am going to shoot the crate lid where it's like, I imagine it's like pressed back, like not pressed back down, but it's closed again as they're trying to have this conversation.
So yeah, everything is like it's like these little like shipping crates which are made of like slats of cheap wood kind
Yeah.
of together around these lock boxes, and they've got like straw and stuff packing in there. So the tops have been ripped off of all of them and they're like hanging out on the ground. They've been like unstacked and spread out so that you can see like everything that's going on in them, because you were taking
Okay.
a complete and thorough inventory of everything. And there are maybe like a half a dozen of these crates and like one larger crate that has a bunch of drugs in it.
Okay.
You could definitely like take a
I
vial.
thought it was like a big crate of something.
But if you were to just like fling like a vial or two of binding oil all over everything, it would all be stuck in place, and Milosh would be fucked. He wouldn't be able to retrieve any of it. You would probably spoil all the documents,
I have copies.
but you have copies. So yeah, like it's definitely an option.
Okay. So we're going
I
to
don't
do
think you
that.
have to use your blowgun because you're not trying to like inject it into.
No, not this
You
time.
wanna,
Like what I was originally thinking is like this blowgun has like a glass container. So I'd shoot it and it would like seal the lid shut.
Mm.
But if all of them, like if it's more than just one crate, like I thought this was a big fight. Like
No, yeah, it's like a
big
bunch of small
crate.
crates that were all piled up together.
Okay. Yeah. So even dumber idea
Go on.
because Ivan is more scared of the hive than he is of Milosh.
As you should be. The Hive is
Yeah.
a tier 4 organization.
That is entirely reasonable
Fuck your
and
shit up.
super smart. Yeah.
Yeah, they're very organized, they're very ruthless, and they have lots of friends in all the right places.
So I'm going to like use everything in the bandolier. Like it's just a bandolier of binding oil.
So yeah, 3
Won't that
charges.
ruin everything
Yeah.
for the hive? The people you're trying to keep not mad?
No, this is to make sure everything stays put.
Oh,
Like I'm going to throw it at like the bases of these things. So you can't just like load up the crate into the thing. It would be way too much effort to individually take everything out of these crates and put them onto the ship. I
Yeah,
would
let me
think.
just double check the. Do you know what the side effects are for?
Yes,
oils?
I get for oils actually there doesn't appear to be any.
Let me see here. Alchemicals. 209. Let's see. Boop, 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 boop.
226.
Oh, here we go. Oils. Yes. All right.
I don't see any drawbacks for them, but we can easily take one.
So this is the one
Like,
for like making unique things. Here we go. We got some sample creations.
yeah.
Binding oil permanently fuses 2 surfaces until dissolved by alkahest or electroplasm. I think there's like a general. Um,
I'm totally willing to take like a second drawback, like you would use for the poisons. It's like painting inside when all the doors and windows are closed.
yeah, like the fumes are really gnarly.
Potent. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'll be the rooks that suffer the effect as well. You're far enough away if you're just like, oil all over the stuff.
Sure.
They're like all up in it, and they're greedy enough that they would like go to try to pull some of this stuff out before whatever you did to it happens.
Okay.
So they're gonna suffer the consequences of it. And then you're gonna have to make some kind of action roll to actually like do this thing.
Yep. I'm thinking Tinker because it's alchemical nonsense.
So Tinker is fiddling with devices and mechanisms. So
Oh, okay. No, that's fair.
Yeah, it would be like lock picking or something.
I feel like in my mind the most obvious one would be something like finesse.
yeah, finesse or possibly
Yeah.
command.
I
Command would be just be like, don't do this.
okay. Let's go with finesse. I'm definitely going to have to push myself.
Okay.
And devil's bargains.
And it's going to be risky standard in this case.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, it's not so terrible as all that. I mean, they're like the same tier as you.
Yeah.
You're not like directly fighting them. You're just fucking with something that they want.
Yeah.
They might come back on you, and you're definitely looking at some harm from them if things go really bad. But
Yep.
also suffer the complications from your alchemical bullshit.
Yep.
And then yeah, you're rolling finesse, devil's bargains.
Legendary fight with Milos the Rook. Normal Tuesday night for Milos the Rook.
Actual cannibal.
Yeah, I don't know. Does anyone in the crew have a good?
I can't think of a good devil's bargain for this situation. It seems like you're presenting all the options that would be devil's bargains, like as the result of the thing.
Okay.
Yeah, like those are all pretty clear consequences in my mind.
All right. One die, and I'm going to get a 6. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I am a prophet.
How do you do this?
he is the one.
How do you fucking know?
Okay, and I'm gonna make a fortune roll for your rooks.
Stop trying to roll sixes and roll them.
Yeah, geez. Or I guess it's a quality roll. They get 1d6 to try to see how they fare. So they dodge the worst of it, but I think one of them is going to get fucked up, and it's probably going to be Milos. So binding oil. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna set your cohort to weak.
Mhm.
Um,
Yep, that's fair.
and yeah, like this stuff is really toxic and nasty. And Milosh like goes for a pile to like grab a pile of these silver bars out of it before everything gets like bound by this chemical.
Yeah. Oh, there's
No,
so
no,
much
no,
sticky
no.
stuff in his
His mustache
mustache.
is invincible. Nothing.
Satara herself cannot.
He already uses binding oil to perfectly sculpt his mustache. Goofs, obviously. And so yeah, he just like gets a head full of these fumes and like passes out. And like he's like puking, and like he like lands in it, and his shirt gets bound to it, and it's all torn up, like he's all, and like a bunch of his skin comes off. He's all fucked up. And the other members of the cohort just like pull him off
Stop.
of it roughly, and like tears a bunch of his skin off, and he's bleeding everywhere. And they're just like kind of panicking, trying to deal with him. But everything is held in place.
Is this where Ivan's like, and that's why we don't do stuff like that?
So I just want to say we should have all thought about this, and this is much better than a bullet to the head later. I'm leaving. I have something to do elsewhere now.
And you just
And he
like
just-
run off.
Like he runs off. Like it. He just pissed off so many thugs right there. He's like, I don't know if I can trust them. They're going to do horrible things to me. I'm leaving.
I'm gonna start a clock called the Rook's Loyalty.
Yeah, that's perfectly reasonable.
And their loyal tag is halfway removed.
Okay.
So
that is
they're
your
just
comment.
loy.
Because that was some bullshit. When your boss is just like, hey, you want this thing? Too fucking bad. It burns and you're all sick forever. That impacts your motivation at work in the workplace.
Yep.
I remember when that happened.
Not even. He's not even the boss. He's the intern.
Well, and so I have described all this stuff. If we want to roll the clock back a little bit and have some of those things not happen, you can totally roll to resist.
Okay, I'm going to resist. I'm going to do it with insight because this makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So, as horrible as that is, like him getting like skin ripped off and all of that, I'm going to try to resist that and try to resist his amount of damage he took there, like how effed up he got.
Mhm.
So it has a less negative impact.
So this isn't
Like the
he still
clock.
gets just as hurt, but they don't hold it against you specifically.
Oh no, they would hold. So the loyalty tag is
Uh-huh.
to like the crew, right?
Yes.
I would almost switch this clock to like Rook's
Taking revenge on
vengeance.
you.
Rook's vengeance on Ivan.
Rook's
Yeah.
vengeance. Yeah.
Thorn would never have got them into this much trouble.
Only worse. Actual cannibalism.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you don't even need to roll to resist. I will happily change this clock to being a 4 clock, but they go and try to fuck you up later. And
Okay.
go to 4, if that's cool with you.
Yep. That's
If you want it to be at
perfectly
0 4, you can resist.
fine. This is way better. So no.
No, no.
Soap party.
Yeah, exactly. You're just gonna get the absolute living shit kicked out of you because they are vicious.
Poor,
and they
poor,
do-
yeah.
poor academic Ivan.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, Milosh got taken out by some nerd using his stupid nerd cheating fight strats. So what does Ivan want to go do?
I'm going to try to find the other people and blend into the party and assist in the job.
Okay, so you'll probably end up reconnecting with Thorn then because
Yeah, because I'm in like the
Thorn is-
social area.
Yeah.
Song is running about in the halls doing stuff. So let's go to that. Song, you
Cool.
are stalking this maid into some like dark corner of the manor.
Sure.
What's up?
I think. I mean, my intention is to follow her until she gets to Lord Karstus, and then for me to slip in there and deal with him.
So you want to get in there unnoticed?
Yeah.
Okay, because it's like, you could do all kinds of things.
I was-
Your
I'm-
approach is going to be to just like stay hidden the whole time and then slip in through the door.
Like, I thought about maybe like putting a knife to her throat and just being like, now, little one, why don't you let me take care of this? And then take the tray from her and like knock on the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which would you prefer? Which approach? You could still be ambushing the magistrate that way, right? If that's what you're going for, where you want to like murder the magistrate,
Yeah.
that would be equally valid. If you want
I-
to like interrogate the magistrate,
I don't want to kill him. I want to I want to interrogate him and then maybe kill him. But we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, you want to get information from him first.
Yeah. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do that, and I'll just like I'll mark off I have a blade or two. So I think I just like come up behind her and I slip my hand around her mouth and put a dagger up against her throat.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, quiet now, little one. Where are you going?
And what is weird about this interaction is that like she stiffens up momentarily, but she clearly doesn't panic, as if people do this kind of shit to her all the time.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, it's another one of these. And like she's not quite sure what to expect, but she knows better than to struggle.
Yeah.
And she's making a very deliberate effort not to spill anything. So she holds the tray remains perfectly still.
Yeah.
And she just like freezes and kind of like is tense, but like still like ready, like she isn't panicking.
Yeah.
So you want to make a roll?
Sure. God, what am I doing here?
If you want her to do something that you want her to do based on your intimidatingness, that could be
The command.
that would be the classic. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you just want to like knock her out, you could just make it a prowl roll.
Actually, I think I'll just knock her out. I think that's gonna be stronger for me right here.
The thing about just knocking her out,
Is I won't know.
well, and the tray.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, command is where we're at. Push them rolls.
Because if you wanted to be like, I hit her with the blackjack and knock her out and somehow catch the tray, I'd be like, cool, desperate, limited.
Yeah.
Because you don't have devil's footsteps or any of that crap, right?
No, I don't. No, I do not at all.
Reflexes.
Cool. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, great.
What is my position here?
I think you're in. It's still risky standard.
Okay.
You definitely got the drop on her, but like again, this is a higher tier house that you're going into, and
Yeah, that's fine.
these people aren't total garbage. They're paid enough to be loyal and to like know what they're doing and stuff like that.
Risky standard. When you when you attack from hiding or spring a trap, you get +1 die. Would that count in this situation?
Totally counts. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Okay. And then I pushed myself for a second bonus die, so I have 2 dice on this command roll.
Great. Right, because you have like 0 social skills, right?
Correct. 5.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think the really obvious one is that we get another pip. 2 pips.
Are we at 4 pips now?
You're at 5 pips.
At
because
5.
You
by
can
Quillen.
you can resist it.
You can resist it. Which is where you scare her so much that she also doesn't go and blab about it later.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go do that. What am I rolling here to resist? I guess resolve with my command, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I have one die because we have Forged in Fire.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
Any guesses, Catalyst, as to what this roll will be?
4.
It better not be anything less.
If this is gonna screw you out of the job, like if you're gonna panic and leave, that's not good for us.
Yeah,
Like if
How
there's
much
a
stress are you at right now?
I have 3 left.
Wow.
just take the 5.
I'll take the hit. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll take the hit.
I mean, it's a 50-50 chance.
No,
Like,
no, no,
No.
no, no, no.
No, it's not.
You're the only person pursuing valuables right now. Like
This is like Arkham Horror. There are 16 tokens in the Chaos Bag. One of them is auto fail, which means you draw it approximately 2/3 of the time.
yeah. It's like performing a ritual in Underworld. You put your hand in the bag and you get a black. Always a black.
all right, so you're not going to resist that consequence.
That is correct. That is my final answer.
Although I am curious
No, we're not.
just to see what the roll would have been.
No.
Well, you can remain curious forever. So there we go.
That's not how the game works.
Yeah.
You don't get to know.
I just wanted to know if my guess of a 4 was right.
Okay. So you like just tell her to like put the tray down and to leave, and then you take it to the room.
Yeah.
And this is like just out, like you had a description from the head of the servants of like
Yeah.
where it was and what room it was and everything.
Yeah, and I catch her like right as she's turning, like to
Yeah,
the
like
room.
at the last corner. Yeah.
I'm just like, stop there.
Cool. Well, she like makes a point of making eye contact with you
Right, of
and
course,
like,
because
seeing your face and then leaves.
Yeah.
And it's clear that she's had like some training on like what to do when the house is being invaded and like all this kind of stuff.
and I think in my head I know that this is happening. So because I guess we're aware of the cover clock. So
Yeah, no, like you see her see you.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna put this out there that she can't tell anyone if she's dead. And Song would recognize that he had slipped up by letting her see him. So you could make those two go away if she just can't ever live to tell the tale. However, essentially that exchange is saying, yeah, lose those 2 pips there, but gain heat later, right? Because body's dropping.
Yeah, Song's a bad person.
See, sometimes you make a devil's bargain with someone and it's not even a capital D, capital B devil's bargain. Yeah, so you're gonna kill her?
Yeah, I think I will. Do I have to make a roll for this?
See, it's right at the point where like she's far, like she's a bit away. I'm not gonna give it to you for free.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no. You know what? I'm gonna give it
Yeah.
to you for free. You're a
Okay.
trained killer. Yeah,
You're a trained killer and she's a maid.
and I think what it is like she does it while she's still a little too close to you.
Yeah.
You still like, kind of have a hand on her, but she can't help but like turn and look at you. And there's this moment where both of you realize that means that she's throwing her life away.
Yeah, and I think he does it, but he frowns when he does.
Yeah, it's like distasteful.
And then he like holds her for a moment and he hums softly. And she like
Oh, and of course, she's a Scovelander.
oh
obviously.
jeez. Yeah.
Obviously.
And I hum like a Scoveland dirge for just a second, I've got work to do. And I like move her body to the side. I'm a bad person.
Blades in the Dark is not a game about good
Good people. Yeah, no, it's
Nope.
not. Yeah, that hurts. Yeah, I open the door or I knock. I'm like, Lord Costas.
Oh, and I just want you to know that her name was Naria. I just want you to know that.
You just know this shit gets to Sean. Like
I'm writing that
I
on my character sheet.
Like you stab her, and then like as she's dying, you like hum the song, this like Scoveland song. She just kind of like nods and is like, Naria, my name's Naria, and like doesn't get to finish her sentence, like she's already dead. Yeah.
I hate
Then you,
you
like, put
so
her down.
much.
Come on. What?
It's great. I love it.
Delicious.
Oh. Here I am crying on stream.
So yeah, you like knock on the door or whatever, and this like very tired sounding man's voice is just like, yes, come in, come in. And is it time for a break, Elf?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
we'll
it
catch
is
you.
indeed. Well, let's take a quick break, and then we'll find out what goes down with the old magistrate fellow, or I don't know if he's old. Whatever magistrate person.
Who else will Song kill in cold
Yeah,
blood?
who else will Song stab a knife into? Find out next time. Well, not next time. Find out in like 2 minutes. We'll be back. Don't go anywhere.